This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
A very good evening and welcome to News Tonight. Now again, we will be tracking the top stories at this hour, leading with Dilshan murder case. In fresh developments, interrogations were underway today where the suspected Lieutenant Colonel was questioned. Now this even as Amma points at the finger at the Army Chief. Now this of course comes in the light of the Army Chief giving the Army a clean sheet. So again, divergent views coming in at this point. But there is no divergence on who is the most sought after father figure in Kollywood, Jayaprakash. He has impressed both the audience members and the industry with his charm. We'll get you up close and personal with actor and Jayaprakash himself in just a bit. A very good evening again. I'm Ashmit Kumar. Time now for the top stories at this hour. Two Army officers interrogated at the Chennai CBCID. Brigadier confirms that the Army is supporting the CBCID in the joint
Whatever inquiry is
investigation.
going on, it is being done jointly and we are helping the CBCID completely.
Jayalalitha confirms the role of an army man, calls the killing of Dilshan an unpardonable act.
That the person responsible for this unpardonable act should be handed over to our police to be dealt with according to law.
Planning Commission shells out 23,500 crores for Tamil Nadu for this fiscal, a hike of nearly 3,500 crores. Consensual sex clause protects rapist claims of public interest litigation. Madras High Court dispatches a notice to the centre.
If the act says it is not an offence, so the wrongdoer is always escaping.
Jayaprakash is the latest daddy dearest on the silver screen. We'll bring to you up close and personal with the star. It's time now to take a look at top stories coming in from across the nation. The Supreme Court upholds the Allahabad High Court order questioning land acquisition in Greater Noida. Rahul's 24/7 Padyatra in Maya land travels along the Yamuna Expressway meeting farmers. Dope-tainted athletes give their B sample tests. One of them, Cindy Joe, says she was only taking vitamins. Pro-Telangana protesters clashed with police on the second day of the Bandh. Chidambaram says Congress will engage MPs who have resigned. And two Afghan women MPs brawl in the parliament after 86 MPs table a resolution to impeach President Karzai. Well, first up in the top story at this hour, with the investigation into the Dilshan murder case gathering momentum, the CBCID is moving full steam ahead with the interrogations. But at the very outset, we are seeing two very different versions of the story coming forth. While on one hand, the Chief Minister Jayalalitha has confirmed the involvement of an army officer, the Army Chief himself has in very clear terms denied any involvement of the Army. Meanwhile, in the city, two Army officers arrived at the Chennai CBCID for questioning. One of them is reported to have been the Lieutenant Colonel suspected to have shot the 13-year-old boy. However, there has been no progress in locating the murder weapon. Well, again, Chief Minister Jayalalitha minced no words while referring to the Dilshan murder case. She confirmed that an army officer was responsible. Referring to the crime as unpardonable, she also demanded the handing over of the culprit to the state police.
It is quite clear that someone from within the army enclave shot at the boy and killed him. So our Chief Secretary has written to the General Officer Commanding requesting that the person responsible for this unpardonable act should be handed over to our police to be dealt with according to law. That is our stand.
And well, in reactions coming in, Brigadier Pankaj Sinha has confirmed that the inquiry is being done jointly. He also claimed that the Army was indeed lending full support to the CBCID.
Whatever inquiry is going on, it is being done jointly and we are helping the CBCID completely, and I am sure they will come to some conclusion shortly.
Well, in more news about the Chief Minister, Amma's trip to the capital is paying rich dividends. Her meeting with Montek Singh Ahluwalia, the Deputy Chairman of the Planning Commission, resulted in the allotment of 23,535 crores to the state government. Now, this has seen a significant hike of nearly 3,500 crores as compared to last year's allotment. Now, Chief Minister Jayalalitha has expressed happiness at the money that has been allocated for Tamil Nadu for this fiscal. Well, Madras High Court today ordered notice to the centre in a public interest litigation which sought directions to amend the Indian Penal Code, Section 375, relating to rape. Now, the petitioner A.R. Jaya Rutran had said that one provision in the section allows rapists of minor girls in the age group of 16 to 18 allowed to go scot-free using the consensual sex clause. He had mentioned that the age of minor girls should be defined as 18 and under 18 so that the wrongdoers do not go scot-free. Now, the first bench ordered notice to the centre and asked it to reply within 4 weeks' time.
Under Section 375 PC, the sixth description which gives a protection to the minor up to the age of 16. Suppose if a person with or with her consent, if the girl is under 16 years of age, whoever commits in sexual intercourse with her, it's an offence. But if she is a consenting party beyond 16 to 18, I mean in between 16 to 80, the Act says it is not an offence. So the wrongdoer is always escaping.
Well, still ahead on the bulletin, Rahul is powering ahead in UP with his Padyatra. An assault on Mayawati's bastion is Congress's revival on the cards. We tell you on the other side.